Hi, this is Brei, India, in my 90-day self-journeys retreat in 808 Tavern. I'm here in New York, Niagara Falls State Park, and I'm about to go and see about how this looks. I've been able to go to the Grand Canyon. I've been able to go to Mount Rushmore and just look at different other, the Four Corners, other scenic places and attractions. So this is one of the things that I definitely needed to try to get checked off since I was coming this direction. I was like, why not stop here? So I'm excited. Today is a day of self-explore. Like everywhere I go, there's a rainbow. 2020 Niagara Falls boat ride. Made of the mist. And oh yes, and the 808 is something that this is my first 808, yes, because 2020 is when I chose to actually focus and hone in on the 808. But ultimately, it is going to be something that is continuous. So whether I do a 90-day retreat next year or I just solely focus on 808 Tavern next year to be able to evolve around other people and get to know other people in the arts, as I was mentioning, as well as in politics and in other forms of areas of work. I ultimately am excited about utilizing 808 in a bigger aspect and hopefully growing to a building one day, or to an actual place or places around the USA nation, and then evolving and expanding to other countries. But right now, it's just a matter of applying the 808 to the invisible world, as I would say, because that's where it begins. Everything that I'm doing started within, no matter what the physical of my life looked like, even if I wasn't where I wanted to be physically. Where I am right now in my inner body and my spirit is where I belong, because this is where I am in a way of growth, you know. I still feel like I have pieces of my circle that I'm still trying to put together before I completely am on the other side of my 808. But I do feel as though that's a constant to go through, you know, sometimes revisiting the first 8 in order to be able to go back to the 0 and get back over to this infinite 8 on the other side of the 808. And that's just how I view it, you know. So be sure that you all are looking towards infinite possibilities, even if just for yourself and your family. Set your goals, set your intentions, you know. Plan, understand that not all planning is going to be pulled through, but it all depends on the effort and the time that you put into it, and actually being willing to understand that sometimes it's not just going to be something that requires. A lot of times the things you do require more than just you. Plain and simple. Yeah, so I want to say I'm thankful that I was able to get my book published. It is a series, so right now I just released the first series. But I just want to say that this Self Journeys book series it's not, I'm not telling you nothing. I'm not teaching you nothing, and I'm not advising you on anything in my books. My books are clear as day, just how I advise myself and how my journeys are. That's just primarily what my books are about. And yeah, if you read it, thank you, and I hope you enjoy it. Sometimes I think I get a little caught up in thinking I got to do everything I do for others. This book is for me, because I wrote it for me, and I will always use it to reference back to, and to keep myself level-minded and firm and understanding who I am. Brei, India. So now that I've shared, like, I guess with the world, the balance of who I am, I was born Brianna McFadden. Nickname always was Brei. And when I moved to Georgia, I started to kind of get into other types of things, and just chose to have a new nickname. And a good friend of mine at the time, we both were growing teachers, and basically we was like, all right, we're gonna have some little names, whatever. I think I gave her something, you know, I don't know if she uses hers, but I know for me, India, you know, told her, I was like, I'm thinking about using this or that name, and she's like, you should spell it with an E. And I'm like, oh yeah, true. Boom, there it was. India was born. But ultimately I was like, all right, well, you know, it's gonna be a nickname. I'm gonna always use it because it's just a name, but I will throw my name in there with it. Now, when I became a dancer, I just allowed myself to use that name as the part of me that was, you know, my nightlife. And then now I'm merging them together, because I'm not hiding any pieces of me from the different types of people in my life. If you know who I am, you're gonna know me for all of my characteristics, all of me, all of who India embodies, Brianna embodies, and you're just gonna have to either hate it or love it. Some people don't like to accept when you evolve and you grow to different arenas, especially if they don't know you in that light. But as you open and develop yourself and you're becoming who you are, you will accept the fact that not everyone will accept you for who you've become. But you will be happy. And as long as you're happy and as long as you're comfortable, that's all that really matters. And I just wanted to share about my name. It is an honor to be the first Black Indigenous. It is an honor to be the first Indigenous Black American woman of West Indian and Native American descent to have traveled all 50 states within 1 month and 1 summer, and during a pandemic, the 5th pandemic of the global nation, and to have completed documenting
It ain't really hit down here. It hit.
So yes, test yourself, see how deeply your strength can go to when it comes to control, and give yourself some time to cater to yourself, your loved ones, and give yourself some time as often as you can to reboot, recover, and whatever way you do it. It doesn't have to be a massage. You can go for a nice run, go sit out in the beach, to see some nice scenery, greenery, whatever you decide. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here. Hey y'all, it's Brei, India. My 90 days self journeys retreat in 808 Tavern. I just got home. I just am ready to use this day as a day of self-wind. Today is August 30th, 2020. I'm kind of rolling over from yesterday into today because I haven't really gone to sleep yet. And before I go to sleep, I'm going to actually accompany a good friend of mine at an event that he's at. And then I'm going to come back home and wind down completely. Today is a day of self-wind because I have accomplished my road mission, part 2. And I am now going to wind down. Not completely, but just, for this week. Use a lot of time to recover, but also just, get my mind into some other things and continuation of what I've started. So yeah, it's really brief. Today was just another awesome day as I was able to travel safely to my home front destination. And just whatever you do, just make sure you always give yourself the opportunity to have a time to wind down. You never want to overwhelm yourself to the point where you haven't had the chance to recover and restore and, rejuvenate and refresh and take care of all your hygiene matters and all that stuff. So I'm gonna have a wonderful night of winding down. But before I do, like I said, I'm going to go to a nice little event out here that a friend was mentioning that I could come to and catch me a good vibe. You know, I like to catch me some good vibes, and then I'm going to come back home and wind it on down. So I'm going to leave it here. It's a simple day, as I am glad to have made it home safely. And I wish you all a wonderful, blessed evening and getting ready for the week. I hope everything goes the way that you have planned. This is Brei, India, and my 90-day self-journeys retreat. God bless. Like you're the right person. I know the club is about to close. It's only 3 o'clock. Just hate me when they hate me, cause I got this thing online. Now listen to my story. Fall bankruptcy, need some help from somebody. Now the bills are stacking up. I'm desperate to make a buck. I pay the laundry today. Won't you please wish me down and dance my pain away? What's the girl Vegas? They got robbed on Wednesday. Other than that, God, but if you're us just the same, oh.